Have you ever felt this way? You have this big, beautiful dream. You can almost taste success. You imagine a better life, a better you. But when it's time to actually do the work, you put it off. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. If you've ever felt ambitious but acted lazy, then this story is for you. And it might just change the way you see your life forever. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled at the foot of the mountains, there lived a young woman named Layla. At 23 years old, she was smart, talented, and overflowing with hope. She would often tell her friends, "One day, I will be the most famous artist in this town. My paintings will hang in galleries. People will travel from all over just to see my work, and I will be respected everywhere." Everyone in town admired Layla's ambition. But there was a problem. Layla was lazy. When the sun rose, other artists were already in their studios, but Layla was still in bed. While others were working on their projects, Layla was in cafes, talking about the amazing things she was going to do. When her friends went to workshops and exhibitions to improve their skills, Layla would just say, "I'll do it later." She had these grand, detailed plans, but she never took the first step. She absolutely loved the idea of success, but she hated the hard work that success required. One evening, Layla's aunt, an old and wise artist herself, came to visit. She walked into Layla's studio and looked around. The canvases were completely blank. The paints had dried up in their tubes. The brushes were covered in a thick layer of dust. "Layla, my dear," she asked gently, "why is your studio so empty? You talk about creating masterpieces, but all I see are empty canvases." Layla just laughed. "Oh, Aunt, don't you worry. I'll start tomorrow. My paintings will be the best in the world. You just wait and see." The old woman sighed. She had heard this "tomorrow" far too many times. She decided it was time to teach Layla a lesson she would never forget. From her bag, the aunt took out 2 small, identical boxes of paint. "These are not ordinary paints," she said, her voice low and serious. "These are magic paints." She held up the first box. "This is the ambition paint. If you use it every day, every single stroke will fill your paintings with life, meaning, and beauty. Your art will flourish beyond your wildest dreams." Then she held up the second box. "And this," she said, "is the laziness paint. If you use this one, it will cover your canvases in a thick gray fog. It will blur all your ideas, make your hands feel heavy, and make you forget why you even started painting in the first place. Now, Layla," she concluded, placing both boxes in her niece's hands, "the choice is yours. The future of your art and your life depends on which one you choose to use." Layla looked at the 2 boxes, one for ambition, one for laziness. She thought to herself, well, obviously I'll use the ambition paint. I want to be successful. But when morning came, Layla felt tired. The bed was just too comfortable. "I'll start tomorrow," she mumbled, rolling over. Days turned into a week. Finally, out of sheer boredom, she went to her studio and opened both boxes. She shrugged and thought, let's just see what happens. I can always fix it later. Weeks went by. Layla completely forgot about the magic paints. She spent her days scrolling through social media, daydreaming about success, and complaining to anyone who would listen that she just didn't feel inspired. Then one day, she wandered back into her studio, and she was horrified. The laziness paint had somehow spread across all her canvases. A dull gray fog covered everything. Her brilliant sketches were blurred beyond recognition. Her revolutionary ideas had vanished, and the ambition paint? It had dried up into a hard, useless block inside its box, completely untouched, because Layla had never once picked up her brush. Layla's beautiful dream was turning into a waking nightmare. Just then, her aunt returned. She looked at the sorry state of the studio and said, "Layla, look at your canvases. This is your life. Ambition is like a fragile living paint. It needs constant care, daily effort, and consistent action. Without work, it dries up and dies. But laziness grows all on its own. It spreads fast and it destroys everything in its path. My dear, you wanted to be great, but your laziness has already stolen your future. Layla fell to her knees. She reached out and touched the dried up ambition paint, and tears streamed down her face. For the very first time, she understood the devastating truth. Dreams are not enough. Only action can keep them alive. That night, Layla couldn't sleep. She thought about all the wasted time, all her empty promises, all the lost opportunities. She whispered to the darkness, "If I don't change right now, laziness will own me forever." The next morning, before the sun had even risen, Layla was up. She went to her studio and began to clean her canvases. It was hard. Her hands trembled. Her heart was pounding with fear and regret, but she kept going. She picked up a brush. She pried open the box of dried ambition paint, and she began to paint. She painted every single day, every morning. It didn't matter if she felt inspired or not. Slowly, miraculously, the ambition paint seemed to come back to life. Color returned to her canvases, her skills sharpened, and over time, her work truly did begin to appear in galleries. Layla changed too. She was no longer the lazy girl with big dreams. She became known in town as the artist who fought her own laziness and won. So, what's the lesson here? Layla's story isn't just about art, it's about life. Every single one of us holds those two paints inside. One is ambition, the other is laziness. Ambition only grows if you feed it every day with effort, discipline, and action. But laziness, it grows all by itself, and it quietly destroys your dreams. So if you feel ambitious but you're acting lazy, remember Layla's studio. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Pick up your brush, use your ambition paint, and start clearing away the fog of laziness. Because the longer you wait, the more of your dream you allow to die. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more content to help you build the life you dream of. See you in the next one.